Hello guys, welcome back to another episode with FC RAMSAY, and here we are for the watch along of Belgium and Italy. Italy, what a sensational Nations League matches they had in the previous fixtures which were there, because Italy definitely had those comebacks. It was the likes of Spalletti. But Tedesco's men, they are in the table. They haven't yet got those wins out of 4 games in the Nations League. They have got just one, whereas a draw and 2 losses. Damn, Tedesco needs some kind of boost. But yes, here it is Belgium versus Italy at the Stade Bodion Stadium, the home of Belgium. Italy, what do you guys think, that will they go for some kind of win? Let me put a Q&A over here. That will Italy park the bus, or is it going to be the likes of England getting those win over Greece? So yes, here are the two uprising questions of the chat, is that or will Italy get that win, or they will just simply park the bus at the home of Belgium, or that is going to be England, they are getting that redemption against Greece. So what are your opinions? Do tell us in the chat section, which is up there. But the most aspiring thing will be the likes of France and Israel. But yes, England has got those defeat under Greece, as well as that of France getting those wins against Israel. But yes, this will be the most happening thing, is that Belgium is going to face Italy. Yes, talking about the lineups, damn, Tedesco is going with Lukaku. If you talk about Romelu Lukaku, he is definitely a very good, talented player. But at Napoli, Antonio Conte has just made this player some kind of tactical changes, because those two players at Chelsea, they were having a good like, whereas Luis Openda is also there in the starting lineup, whereas D. Cooper and Trossard are there on the wings. Damn. Belgium is having a good squad. Onana definitely the defensive midfield, whereas Angels has been just taken as the central midfielder. Fees and Debast, whereas Thiete and Castagne on the right backs as well as the left backs. This was the squad of Belgium, but yes, the likes of the Blues, Italy, the most lethal as well as the most deadliest Blues. Italy are having those likes of Cambiaso and Dimarco on the wings. So that is the aspect which we will be looking for. The game has just started, and yes, the likes of Barella and Retegui. But where is Risi? Italy is not having their player Risi. Damn. Risi was that player who did so good in the previous fixtures. But yes, Risi is not there. How could just Paletti miss Risi from here, where he has chosen Rovella on the midfield? Tonali is back with those fixtures. So let me just put those lineups on your screen so that you can have a view of it. Here it is. Just let the microphone on. Yes, the audio is visible. Yes, this is the lineup, Belgium and Italy. Whereas, how can they miss Risi in this squad? What has happened to Risi? He was that a great player in the previous fixtures. He did those moments too good. And definitely Bastoni and Di Lorenzo, three centre backs. Many fluidity is needed by Italy in this game, and Spalletti must not be just going for parking the bus. They have to go for those wins. So this is the lineup along Belgium and Italy, whereas the likes of Greece and England, just have a look over here. These are the likes of players from Greece: Thessalonikas on the left back, whereas Rota on the right backs. But do you think that Greece can cause those upsets again, because England are having Medioke on the right wings? Bellingham is back in the squad. Watkins, Gordon in the squad. Gallagher and Jones in the midfields. Gallagher has moved on from the Premier League and he is making his move. Making his mark for the Roja Blancos, Atletico Madrid. Ooh, Gallagher in the midfield. Jones, Arnold is not there with his injuries. Where is that of Carl Walker on the right backs, Konsa and Gay, as well as Lewis? This is going to be a huge aspect. Just look at these substitutions. Lee Castley won't be denying to get Concha. No, that won't be a choice. Gibbs fight in the midfields. Solanke, Harry Kane, and Gerard Bowen. No Harry Kane in the squad for the first lineup. So Lee Castley must be having those trends. The score is still level draws over here, whereas the likes of France and Israel, it is everything on France way, because this game they will definitely have some problem with the likes of Colomwani, Barcola, as well as Olise. Yes, Olise has made his moves, whereas the likes of Kamavinga and Kante in the midfields. Yes, Upamecano, Hernandez, Kunde. But where is Chouameni? He is injured. What was that? That was some scoring opportunity. Damn, Belgium is too close. So yes, these are the matches we are having those watch along over here. But the most aspiring fact is that of Slovenia and Norway too, because in their lineups there is Erling Haaland, who is the goal machine, and he is in the forwards with the likes of Sorloth and Nusa. So yes, we are over here for the Belgium and Italy. Let's move on to the match center. What is happening over there? This will definitely give some sort of boost. So here it is, the Belgium and the Italians going face on to each other. Belgium definitely needs to get those points out of here if they move. That is some scoring opportunity. Italy is on the prawns. They are creating those chances. This is looking wild. Kumzo, Maldini is there, Locatelli is there, Piccoli, but where is Risi? Why Risi is absent? I really don't know what has happened to Risi. Why Risi hasn't been picked up in the midfields by Spalletti? Is he injured or what? I don't know much details about him. Troubles coming in, troubles coming in. Castells has to worry a lot. Whereas fast can he and Devast just prevent the likes of the Italian giants to stop scoring, because this game is looking lethal because they are making those moves. The most dangerous, that is some sort of goal incoming for Italy. No, denied. And yes, in the Italian squad there is no Calafiori. Much of worries for Spalletti as well, because he is not having those elite players which are required. So yes, Belgium has been sticking to those five centre backs, three in the midfields and two on the striking positions with the likes of Openda and Lukaku. Theate, the past, peace. I mean, how would you call that? He is peace or is he fast? Bastoni and Lorenzo. This will be a good. Anything can happen in this match, guys. And there is a Q&A over here onto the chat that will the Italians park the bus or they are going for those prawns? Yes, in the just 7 minutes of gameplay, it is looking that they are going to make those moves. Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo is a player from the right backs. I mean, at times he is so good, but I have seen him in the Serie A. He is committing some mistakes which are so horrendous, and especially in the Nations League also against France. I mean, Barcola got those goals against him. He committed those mistakes. As well as I have seen Di Lorenzo making some silly mistakes. So, what is Di Lorenzo having his future with the Blues or in the Serie A? It will be too exciting to watch. And yes, DiMarco is back from his injuries. Bastoni to DiMarco. DiMarco to this player Bruno Guillaume. Bruno to Bastoni. Retigui is the man. He is scoring so good. And if you look at the stats of Retigui, he is definitely going to be too good. I mean, at Atlanta, he has got those transfers. He is from, I mean, if you talk about his young days, he is from Boca Juniors. And yes, definitely after Genoa, he is at Atlanta and he is the new uprising Italian striker, just 25 years of age. Much expectations from Retigui it will be because he has done those criminal damages in the previous fixtures where Italy got those wins. But just look at the fluidity of the Italian squad. They are so damn good. And yes guys, those of you who are watching the stream, do give us those like, share and subscribe moment. The Lorenzo, Cambiaso, Fratesi is going to play a vital role over here. That will be too crucial. But yes, the right midfields where Italy is lacking, as well as in the left backs, especially the likes of Calafiori, he is missing. Much of worries is there. Destiny Udogi, he will be a good substitution, which Spalletti will definitely make because of the players unavailable for him. But yes, Raspadori on these stacking positions will also make those moves which can be seen. But why is that bell pinging on so? Lorenzo is inside the penalty box. Damn, that is totally inside the box and he has got that goal. So Italians are not going to park that bus. They have gone for those prowls and they have got those goals. This is the lethal blue ever on this planet ever. I mean, you can't just underestimate the Italians. They are so good. They are so precise. I mean, they just penetrate like anything in the defense. And if they get a goal against you so early, I mean, we were just talking about Lorenzo that he is having some kind of lean season. I mean, making some mistakes. But just look at here. I mean, that was just a missed pass. It was definitely a bad game. It was definitely a bad miss. That is definitely a bad miss. I mean, Belgium D Cooper missing those lofted balls inside the box that was so easy for him to tackle. That is a bad miss. That is Belgium committing those mistakes which they have been doing, and that is the reason where they are nowhere near those cups in the recent years. That is a bad mistake. Duke Cooper has done a bad mistake. He has just given that as a free gift. I mean, Di Lorenzo just invaded the box. and it was all left for Tonali to just have a touch, whereas there were no one man marking Tonali inside the box. I mean, inside the Belgium box, Tonali was moving free. Oof. First early goal for the Italians, and it will be Belgium trying to make those moves to get those goals, but it will be damn difficult for them. I mean, getting such an early goal. Can Lukaku, can Openda get something out of here? Especially from the last fixtures, Italians have got those, I mean, their disappointments in the Euros where they just couldn't get those big wins. But yes, they were in those lethal groups as well. France and Israel is also going over here, and whereas that of England, they have scored. It is Watkins. Madueke was that who got that opener. A quick fire double booking for England, and Gallagher is also got that booking. Jude Bellingham has got that booking as well. But yes, Watkins has done that early damage for Greece. They are looking to be comfortable. So yes, England getting those wins, it will be much likely for that. But what are the expectations? Just look at the squad of England. I mean, this is what the English lineup is there, and just look at it. They have got that early one goal with the likes of Watkins. That was going to be critical. But yes, Bellingham as well as Gallagher getting those bookings. Some kind of desperation in the team is looking for those victories. Yes. But can Lee Castley get this with a 3 points? Because in this table, England are already at 12, Greece are already on 12, Ireland and Finland, they are nowhere near for those qualifications. So no trouble for them. No trouble for these players, these two teams, Greece and England in this squad. Whereas France and Israel, France hasn't yet scored a goal. Both the teams are leveled up with no goals. But look at this table over here. Italy and France, they have already qualified, so no worries for both the teams. So it is just a showdown where the teams are getting those rivalries for those wins. Whereas Slovenia and Norway, just look at it. Norway has scored, and it is Nusa in just 4 minutes scoring. This is crazy. One-sided game going on every year. But look at this table. Austria and Norway have just got those 10 points. But yes, Slovenia is no way back. They are at 7 points. If they get some equalizer, Norway will drop down those positions. That will be crazy because Norway has to get those wins, whereas Kazakhstan is nowhere near for those qualifications. That is what the worry is. But yes, in this group, Belgium and Italy, where Italy has just got those early goals from the likes. I mean, if you would rather say it is not the players of the Italians, it was that mistake where Duke Cooper just couldn't get hold of that ball inside the box. But in the table, look at over here. Italy and France, they are way high up. Belgium will get those extinction. That will be crazy. Belgium getting those defeats. I mean, just look at it. If they just couldn't manage to get a draw or a win at their home, I mean, out of those 5 matches, it is the end time for Tedesco to say goodbye because Tedesco is no more doing those tactical things which the Belgium squad is definitely needing. What are the lineups which Belgium can have? Look, now Vimerian is there, Mangala is there, Lukaku, Bakayoko, Mangula. Can they get those goals? I mean, the way the Italians have played in those first 10 minutes under Spalletti, the Italians have definitely been doing good, but after the Euros, not before that. That is what the mistake is. So yes, just have a watch over here and the scoreline of the other three matches which we are also having a view of it. It is on the screen over here. Lukaku, he has got that number 10 back in the squad. He has to perform. Lukaku, you have to get those goals. Please just don't miss those from inside the box. At times, Lukaku is damn crazy. He misses those from nowhere. But if he is lethal, he does that too good. Belgium lost to France. Belgium had a draw against Italy. Belgium lost to France again. Belgium lost to France. Belgium had those disappointments. But yes, against Israel, they have just won a game. I mean, if you look at the table over here, I mean, how can you just deny Belgium like this? Just look at the stats of Belgium, guys. Here it is. What is Belgium doing? I mean, in the fixtures, I mean, in the loss, France is the sole contribution which has given them those three defeats in the five games. That is what they are lacking. And in February 2022, Belgium was at the top in the FIFA ranking. Look at the fixtures where Belgium has got those defeats. I mean, here are the fixtures you can have of watch. They have a game against Israel. That is no matter if they are going to lose this. Belgium and France lost. Italy and Belgium, that was a draw. France and Belgium, that was again a draw. I mean, again a loss. They won against Israel, against France, that was a loss. In the Euros, Ukraine, Romania, Slovakia giving those defeats. Bad moments for Belgium. I mean, bad moments. Look at those previous victories. Everywhere there is those green. But Belgium lost to Morocco in the FIFA World Cup. Egypt they lost. Netherlands they lost. I mean, against they are having those strength against Netherlands they are losing, against France they are losing. They are lacking in some those deficit moments which is required for Belgium is not having the likes of Courtois, but yes, Castells is there, Castagne, Fas, Sardella, De Cooper, Thiete, Depast, but none of the players are playing on those premium leagues. Mangala is from Everton, Sevilla, Lokonga, Onana is there in the midfield, Lavia is there. So in the midfield section, Belgium is having a decent. Wheelman is there from Leipzig. What is wrong with Belgium? Lukaku is there. Lukaku, I mean, you can't just rely on that player. Trossard is there. Lukebaku is there. Openda, Bakayako, Mangala. But yes, where is Doku? Where is Jeremy Doku? So much of the matches can be seen that they are not having those elite players, which is the cause of the worry for those elite leagues. I mean, the top five leagues where they are having those strength. Whereas the likes of Italy, just look at their fixtures. I mean, against Israel, they won. Belgium, that was a draw. Italy, again, that was a win. They lost to Switzerland in the Euros. That was the most disappointment. And yes, against Spain, they played well, but that was a loss. Apart from that, Italy is doing good. But yes, they haven't yet faced. They lost to England in the Euro qualifications. Spain, that was a loss. Yes, Spain is dominating against Italy back to back. Against England also they lost. England is also dominating against Italy. Austria they had a loss. But yes, Italy has made those comebacks in the, I mean, past 15 fixtures. If you watch of Italy, especially after the Euros, they have done those comebacks, and Spalletti has made those changes which are visible. But can that lead them to glitch the top? Because in the table, with this win, Italy will move on, whereas France, if they get those goals, they will get the points equalized with Italy. But the goal difference where Italy will be dominating, that will be the boost. Italy will top this group definitely, unless and until France are going with minimum of 4 goals victory over Israel. But yes, France and Israel, that game being played, it is at the Stade de France, and many securities are there gardening that because of the environment of those Hamas attacks and everything ongoing with Israel. So, Deschamps, what do you guys think that Deschamps is the future for the Les Blues? That is also a big question over here because Deschamps, with the likes of his players, Mbappe not there, he has given those, I mean, the drama which is going on with Kylian Mbappe, that is definitely up. I mean, he is being given those time to get those, I mean, settlement positions at Real Madrid. Los Blancos really must be having those worries why Kylian Mbappe is not performing. And as well as Deschamps is just giving those backup for him and just saying that he needs those moments, and he has not been picked up for the France national squad. But yes, some kind of new additions for France is there. They have got Pavard, Klaus, Saliba hasn't been picked up. Upamecano and Konate has been picked up. That is, Deschamps makes those decisions at times, but he just dropped downs. Saliba, Rabiot is back in the squad, but not in the first lineup. Kone is that player. He is, I mean, in the first game, he got some booking as well as he made those debut for France in the previous 2 to 3 games. Kone in the midfield, but they are having Camavinga and Kante. So, yes, Deschamps is a bit biased for those Real Madrid players. You can say, yes, he is. Guendouzi in the midfield. Nkunku has been picked up. Kingsley Coman has been picked up, whereas Marcus Thuram is in the squad. But in the first lineup, it is Barcola, Colomoni, and Olise on those attacks, and Zaire Emery for those midfields. So yes, Deschamps is making those moves for the France, but he has to bring up those players. France is definitely a bag full of talents where they can get those victory is too easy, and against Israel, I don't think that will be a difficult watch for Deschamps. They will have those convincing victories. But yes, to be on the top of the table against Italy, they have to win with a minimum of 4 goals if Italy are not going to score more against Belgium. That is that definite, it is definite a talk to over here. But yes, Slovenia and Norway, if you say over here, Slovenia has just equalized. What is going on? Slovenia, with the likes of Benjamin Sesko, has those equalizers against Norway. I mean, Norway and Slovenia, I mean, what is Slovakian doing with Norway? He has got Haaland. That is a 1-1 draw. Norway are having those early goals, but can Erling Haaland score here? Because yes, if you talk about Haaland, His stats. Damn, is the referee going to give some booking? No. Safe. So here Belgium and Italy, which we are talking about, and we will be having those lineups on the screen. So no booking for the players so far. That is Castagne getting that early booking. Just look at these stats. Italy is maintaining those good positions. That is too good. But look at Belgium. They are not even maintaining those passes. They are not having that position. They are not going for those seconds, those thirds, the fourths. They are missing it too bad. Whereas 90% accurate pass from Italy. Italy are dominating this game. Italy is definitely dominating this game. So let it be on the screen and just move on to just what is happening. And yes, guys, the watch link of the matches are there in the Discord. Those of you who are watching this stream can join our Discord and get those watch links over there. What is happening? Belgium is just missing away those damn passes so bad. It is looking so bad over here. Belgium are not looking that good. They are not just creating the thing which is required. They are just missing it too bad. They are really missing it too bad. How can you expect them to score a goal like this? Nothing is going to be happening. Nothing is going to be happening in this game. This will be definitely a waste. This is the worst football team I think which Belgium is getting. I mean, in the past decade, if you talk about, this is the worst Belgium team. They are not being able to provide any assists. They are not being able to provide any build-ups. Nothing tactical over here. And what is Tedesco doing with these men? This is looking crazy. This is looking crazy. I mean, if they just can't get those early damages, there is nothing. This is the battle for the Europe showdown, but nothing. It is looking that they are having those convincing showdown. Nothing is happening over here. Nothing is happening in this game. Oof. What is this build up which is going on? Just look at it. Belgium is not looking that. Just get that pass in the midfield. Damn, what is it going on? I mean, the Belgium offense is looking, I mean, not at all penetrative against the Italians. How is that going to make those difference in the squad? It is just not looking too good. This game is not looking at all good. I mean, one of the worst games which you can just talk. This game is not looking at all good. Not at all looking good, guys. This game is not at all looking good. It is that the likes of Spalletti, he has got those moves and he is making it lethal for them. That is not at all looking good. This game is not at all looking good. Much of worries are there, guys. Much of worries are there. I mean, Belgium and the Italians. And this is supposed to be one of those epic matches which you can expect, but nothing is looking good in this. Whereas France and Israel, they are also just no goals. England with that sole goal from Watkins, one up, whereas Slovenia has just leveled with Norway. Sesko got that penalty. This is looking crazy. This is looking crazy. This is looking damn crazy. What is in store for Tedesco? Damn. Italians are playing really so good in this game. They are again inside the box. Is that some sort of scoring chance? No. Denied. What is that man marking which is happening every time Di Lorenzo is making his move? And especially against D Cooper, he is not looking good in his form. From the first half, if you would say, there is still 2 minutes plus some added time. D Cooper definitely needs to make that substitution. I mean, Tedesco has to go for him. Whereas Castagne, they are playing five on the center backs and they are somehow managing the Blues, the Azuris for some kind of penetrating aspects. Italians are just getting those big build up, especially on those tactical gameplays where Belgium is not even being to cope up with them. Barella, Bastoni, Tonali, back to Bastoni. I mean, look at their fluidity. Belgium are just losing away everything. That is some sort of scoring opportunities. Yes, it is. He is inside the box. No. Pratici should have taken that shot. It would have been their second goal so late in the first half. Just look at that build up. Barella gives that to Fratesi. Fratesi, instead of taking that shot, goes for Cambiaso. Cambiaso for Tonali. No. Look at that Trivela shot from Barella. So, what do you guys think? So, Italians are not just simply parking that bus, they are going for those prowl against Belgium because they have got that fluidity in the team and they are doing it good. Lukaku has got that ugly challenge, some sort of playmaking for Openda, but no, that has been denied. So, yes, that is 2 minutes of added time for this game. And this wasn't expected. I thought Belgium making those moves because in the previous game they got those equalizers. Openda again, but Di Lorenzo is there. Look at that player, Bon Girono. I mean, he is playing so good. He's playing those anchor centre backs. Barella, Barella, where he will pass. If you talk about this game, the Italians are getting those build-ups as well as those fluidity in the formations too good. They are making those impact. Di Lorenzo again, he is there. Pretesi, Barella, will he get a chance to shoot? No. Yes, on the defensive aspect, just keeping those five centre backs. 45 minutes are over, 2 minutes off stop. I mean, extra time added to it. That is Bastoni getting that yellow card. This booking is going to be crucial. Look at that challenge from Bastoni. Lukaku has been denied. That giant monster Lukaku has been denied. 2 minutes are up. The referee is going to blow the whistle for this break. Some sort of relief is required because they have to make those moves, which is definitely the talk of the town. Tonali getting that goal, that was crazy. I mean, Tonali has made those moves. Damn. But yes, I mean, Italians are beating those odds. They are making everything happening. They are doing it good, definitely good. So what do you guys think? The first half is up, and it is just Italians getting those good moments here. But can the Belgium get those goals? No way it is looking that good. Just look at these stats over here, guys. I mean, what it is being shown. Ooh. Just have those stats, guys. I mean, this is this game is looking too bad. But just have those stats over here. I mean, this position which the Italians are having, so many passes they are having, everything is in the favor of the Italians. But here, Greece and England, just look at it. What England is dominating this game for sure because they have to get those wins. Yes, they have got Thomas Tuchel back, but from January he will be taking over the charges. But Watkins scoring that from outside the box, that was a huge aspect. Whereas Israel and France, they are still draws. Whereas Norway has scored, Haaland has scored, Erling Haaland has scored. But Belgium down, can they get those wins? That is going to be a huge waste. So yes, guys, do stay tuned. We will be also back. We will be taking those break, and we will be back to the stream. Till then, stay tuned. And yes, those of you who are getting those links, join our Discord for having those watch alongs. do stay tuned, guys. I will be just having a break and we'll be back in just 2 minutes. So yes, the game hasn't yet started. The second half hasn't yet started for any of the games. Still the half time going on. As soon as the second half starts, I will have my dinner as well because I'm feeling too hungry. Greece and England. England is up with that one goal from Watkins. What a shot that was. France and Israel drawn at level. But yes, Haaland has scored. That will be the big news for tomorrow that Erling Haaland has scored. I mean, for Norway, if you look at those stats, Haaland has got those three goals, Sorlot two. That is what in store for Norway. This squad is giving them those edges. But look at the table over here. Norway are drawing close to Austria, whereas Slovenia, this game between Norway and Slovenia is definitely going to get those results because five matches are up, just one game left. From Israel, who is that scorer? Mohammad Abu Fansi. So yes, players are looking coming onto the pitch. Greece and England. This is the stats, but yes, we are having the watch along of Belgium and Italy. So yes, the games have just begun. Who is going to get those upsets? That will be the watch. So I will have my dinner as well over here because I am feeling too hungry. What do you guys think? What is in store for both the games? I mean, can England they get those comfortable? Can England get those comfortable wins, or will it be the like of Greece again getting those equalizers or those wins. And yes, extremely sorry for having my dinner on stream, but I am too hungry. I can't help myself. Di Lorenzo is playing too good. I mean, he is the player. I mean, at times he commits those mistakes that definitely takes a toll of the Italian squad. But in this game, talking about he is doing too good. I mean, just look at those build-ups. The Azuris from their goalkeeper Donnarumma, they are making those build-ups. And at Brussels, the Belgium squad, they are not going for those pressing. Just look at that pass to Tonali, DeMarco, Bastoni. And yes, Openda on the other hand, he is trying so many things, but he is not getting those likes of Lukaku on the forward positions. But yet, it is still a one goal lead and anything can happen. It is still anything which can happen in this game. Lukaku, go for that shot. Damn, he just passes it. Italians are manhandling the Azuris, are manhandling the Belgium squad at Brussels. What a shot that was! Ribast had those dream shots so far. Can he get past Donnarumma? I don't think so. They are looking desperate to get those goals, but where are those build-ups which can prove lethal against the Azuris? I don't think so that is going to happen. That is Retigui. He has got Fratesi. No. So yes, Belgiums have just opened up. They are opening up in those build-ups. That is what is required. You are playing at your home. You have to go for those open up formations. You have to go for those build-ups. You have to go for those pressing. If you are staying down, then that is not going to happen in this game. Damn, Trossard. Trossard was close. No, that was two of the post. But yes, you have to make those shots. In the second half, I think something is cropping up for the Brussels. They are doing those, at least they are trying outside the box. They are doing something. In the first half, they weren't just doing anything. That was a good clearance from Bastoni. Bastoni is denying Luis up and down many a times. Trossard again in on the edge of the box. So yes, this is the build-up which they have to do. They have to get past that Donnarumma. Look at that physicality of Lukaku. He is even lacking his physicality in this game. That is Retegi one on one. Yes. Damn, Retegi misses it again. That was a chance for Retegi. He just misses it so bad. Courtesy to Retegi. What a class pass that was. But yes, Castiles gets a touch to that ball. Castiles gets. Yes, that was a deflection from Castiles. Look at that pass from Courtesy. Just at the right point. Spalletti must be worried because this scoring opportunity, Courtesy, I mean, Retegi must have just scored. This miss could be costly because if they get some sort of equalizer, it will be a disappointment at the end. Dimarco, yes. Rusty moments on the pitch, guys. Rusty moments on the pitch. I mean, what was Fantasy doing? Just not taking a shot and trying to get some deflection with his body. One-on-one chances coming out with those counters. But the other is not being able to get that second goal lead. Again, it was Di Lorenzo with that header, no denied. This second goal, which the Azuris have just missed so many chances, it would cost them. But no worries for them, they have already qualified. But it would be ugly if in the late 90th minutes the Belgium squad get those equalizer because a two-goal lead would have been just made them to relax a bit. Trossard, Lukaku, no. Where are those build-ups? Donnarumma denied Trossard again. Trossard is just staying on the edge of the box. He is not moving in. He is taking those shots from here. It is looking damn good. Tonali was trying to do those build-ups, but it was denied. Openda with that cross, no. Trossard with that shot again denied. This game is opening up. Now this is looking like a good game. In the first half, it was just looking damn bad. If you talk about Donnarumma, he is doing good. But yes, the Belgium squad are not looking that lethal to get that goal. They have to get those moments. Whereas scoring opportunities are coming in for both the teams. Azuri again with the likes of Pretesi, no, Demarco with that cross. Damn, it was Redigui, but he was denied. Barella, Di Lorenzo. Look at that high centre back lineup of the Italians. Bastoni is no, he has to Barella. Barella with that. I mean, why Barella is not going for those shots? I mean, five of the centre backs of the Belgium are staying deep. If we talk about the just control of the game, the Azuris are having that control, especially on those build-ups. They are maintaining those good control on the field. Look at the fluidity of the positions. I mean, they are doing so good. And suddenly, the Belgium players are looking out of their form, out of their energy. Talking about those wing moments, the Belgians are not doing those wing playmaking. Every time they are going to go for the center of the pitch, the Azuris are going to block them. I mean, look at that miss from Openda. It wasn't just his mistake. That angle from where Luis Openda was going to take that shot. Just tell me one thing, was there some kind of assist which can be seen from the Belgium players who were there inside the box? He has got no one to just give him those touches inside the box. So he went for that shot, and that angle was a bit critical. I mean, the Belgium squad staying so deep. This is giving the Italians the ease on the pitch to do those build-ups. This is not the way Tedesco has to make those Belgium players playing. Retegui trying to get that edge. Not possible, man. From that angle, how Retegui is trying to get those goals. Lukaku is damn so slow, man. Where is that first time shot from Lukaku? What a pass that was from Trossard. Trossard is really providing those assists. Damn. Some sort of substitutions can be seen. The Italians are going to make those substitutions, and yes, they are going for those centre back pairings, I guess. So yes, two substitutions can be seen from the Italians. Spalletti is making that. He is calling up Retegui to the bench. It is Moiskin and Udogi making those moves. Look at that player, Moiskin. I mean, he was such an inspiring player at Juventus, but now he is at Fiorentina. Udogi is the man replacing DeMarco. Guys, substitutions being made. Give me just 2 minutes. I will just clean up myself and will be back. That is a throw for the Belgium. Just let me keep those. I will be back. So yes, substitutions being made, but no substitutions from Tedesco so far in this game, and he is going to rely on his first lineup. 70 minutes of gameplay so far. Nothing fruitful can be seen from the Belgium side. Every time Trossard is making those passes, that is looking damn disheartening. They are just not getting those edges. And yes, sorry for that dinner moment because I was feeling so hungry. I was back home late. I just couldn't have my dinner, so I had it. So Belgium still 1 goal down. Greece, they haven't yet got those equalizer. Neither England has got those 2 goal advantages. What is a light shot? Lewis, Bellingham. Yes, Greece is also making those. Pelkas, Maduke. Maduke was on the second minute. France and Israel, that is also scoreless. 68 possession, 18 shots. Damn. France is just pounding Israel. Talking about Slovenia and Norway, Norway has scored. Haaland, Nusa has scored, but it is that sole goal from Benjamin Sesko's penalty. No way Slovenia is going to be extinct. Just look at this table. Yes, 7 points, 1 game to go. And that is definitely going to be against them because at 72nd minutes, 2 goals down, Slovenia is not going to make any kind of comeback. But look at it, these stats over here. The stats are looking quite decent, but yes, shots being taken is much more from Norway. But France not getting a goal against Israel. I mean, what are those substitutions which has been made? Koeman has been brought, Rabiot, Christopher Nkunku. See substitutions made by Deschamps. Olise had a good stint. Barcola had a good stint, but yes, Colomwani is that player. He is creating those difference. So when is Marcus Thuram to be called on to the pitch? But still, the goal line is 0-0 for both the teams. Look at the substitutions which Greece and England has made. Hall, Harry Kane has been brought in. Rogers, Morgan Rogers has been called in. Jared Bowen. So yes, Gordon, Madueke did good. Watkins with that goal. Bellingham with a booking is still on the pitch. Gallagher and Jones in the midfield. But yes, Konsa has been just substituted and Lewis Hall has been made the substitution. 75 minutes on the clock and still England is one goal up. But what is going to happen in this game is definitely the worth watch for. Just look at that moment from Trossard. To whom is he going to pass that ball? Lukaku so slow, so slow and sluggish, not making those moves. Whereas the Belgium squad are looking lack of their offensiveness in this game. The potential threat that the Azuris are going to come back with those counters is not allowing them to get those build-ups properly. Two more substitutions. Raspadori can be seen. Trossard is trying definitely too hard. Openda inside the box. Can he get that shot? No, denied by Di Lorenzo. If we talk about Di Lorenzo in this game, he is playing so good. Al Dakil getting his first booking. What was that booking for? But why was that a booking for Al Dakil? What happened? Just look at that positioning of Lukaku and Openda. How close they are staying. It is quite evident that they are going for those crosses. Just look at those positionings from Lukaku and Openda, just staying so close to each other inside the box. How a player is going to drop down in between them. That is a cross. Lukaku! That was a Lukaku moment, but that deflection was bit wide. It's raining at Brussels, and Lukaku with that sleepy header just couldn't get it right into the nets. Yes, that header was straight from him. Lukaka. I mean, if you talk about these miss, finally D Cooper has been called off, and it is Luka Bacchio who is making his move. And yes, Retegui can be seen from the Azuris as well as Locatelli making those moves in the pitch, and it is still 79 minutes on the clock. Retegui is not there. Raspadori will definitely take that spot, but he is somewhat deep lying forward in his playmaking. So it will be a good watch to see what fluidity Italians are going to bring in with Retegui, or is he going to stay at the front? No, Retegui is playing a bit deep. Retegui is playing a bit deep. Dogi can get that a header, no denied. Keen, my skin. Locatelli again. Lorenzo. Cambiaso. Inside the box, no denied. If you talk about, I mean, that goal from the Italians, that was a simple mistake from Cooper that has committed to it. But apart from them, Moiskin, will he get that shot? Get it! When are you going to shoot? What a pitch performance that was from Moiskin. He was inside the box. He could have just got that shot, but no, denied. He was late in just getting those shots. So it is quite evident that these players are not looking good in their form. Whereas Moiskin, if you talk about him at Juventus, he was a lethal player. Trossard out of the box. That is the corner. 81 minutes. 20 minutes plus stoppage time. What is going to be over here? Just look at that first shot from Moiskin. I mean, he just took so much of time. He took it with his chest. But why he was shaking, his legs were shaking, it is evident. Moiskin, his legs were shaking bad. Gatti in place of Cambiaso. But a corner that is incoming from the Belgium squad. No, denied. Denied. That goal scoring opportunity from the corner has been denied. Again, across Upenda. No, Lukaku. Lukaka is missing everything, whatever he is getting. Damn, look at Lukaku. Look at Lukaku. He is missing everything, but he is getting those touches. That is what is the concern which the Azuris must be having. Ooh, it's the post. That was from fast and it hits the post. So now slowly on, the Belgium players are looking close to the nets, but that is still not a goal for them. Just look at that header. That was definite a goal if it was inside the next, because Donnarumma was nowhere near it. Tedesco still believes that his players are going to score, not making those substitutions which is needed, not relying on those fresh legs instead of going for those first lineup. So yes, two players, Moise as well as Lukaku, both of them doing those mistakes. It will not be a good watch because we need those strikers to score for those goals incoming. Whereas talking about the goalkeepers, Donnarumma as well as Castells, both are doing job decent. It is those players who are not getting those offensive aspects inside the box. That is what is not happening in the pitch. Trossard doing all his creativity at his best. Lukaku again. No, Lukaku is not being able to move. I mean, how Antonio Conte is playing with Lukaku at Napoli. That is my skin again. Get that shot. When are you going to shoot? I mean, my skin is taking so much time. Just look at it. I mean, there were so much plenty of space there, but he is taking hell lot of time. And what he has reduced drastically. I mean, there were some physical changes talking about his weight and everything, and he is looking so slim and trim in this game. I mean, just look at those touches which my skin is making. So finally, Castagne has been called and Bakayoko making his moves. 86 minutes. I mean, so late substitutions from Tedesco. My skin winning that challenge. No, Onana is still there. Bakayoko. 87 minutes on the clock. Still 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Can the Belgium players get those equalizers? So talking about the refereeing on the pitch, yes, it has been a good, decent job. I mean, the on-field referee being Petescu, he has been doing his job too good. But what about the other matches which are going on? England has scored thrice. So yes, they are getting those convincing victories. It is Jones which has scored and one own goal. France and England still goalless. Whereas Norway has scored 4 goals. So yes, both Norway and England going for those huge wins. But what is going to be over here at Belgium? Are they going to get those? What is going to be that? Still goalless at Brussels. What is going to happen? Few disappointments for the UEFA Nations League, where France is still goalless against Israel, whereas Norway getting those wins against Slovenia was expected, England getting those wins was expected, but yes, Belgium and Italy, can that be a draw like the previous one, or with all the men, I mean 11 players on the pitch, where they were just down to 10 men in the previous game? Can that equalizer come for them? Di Lorenzo trying to find Moiskin, but no. Spalletti is trying to convince his players to make some build-ups late in the 90th minutes. So that is 90 minutes on the clock. How much of added time is being given? What is the stoppage time? Tell us, guys, tell us what is the stoppage time being awarded? 3 minutes of stoppage time being awarded for this. What is going to be happening for the next 3 minutes? Just look at my skin. In the previous game, also, he was trying. Damn, he is wrestling. My skin is wrestling in the previous match, also. I mean, he has been seen doing those from the corners in the previous match. So why that my skin is doing? Was it that necessary to have? The Azuris are trying to just waste those time moments from the Belgium for their build-ups. And in that Moiskin doing those horrendous tackles at the corner is looking so disastrous. So yes, Udaugi is new to the pitch and he is looking for those fast runners, but Tonali isn't that just full of energy to get those sprints. Luis Apenda, he is on the edge of the box. Cross, that is. But that was too much for that number 14 to get attached to it. Look at that speed from Udogi. Just look at that run from Udogi. He is definitely a very fast runner. Just 30 seconds left for the stoppage time. Damn, that is a free kick awarded to the Azuris. Time is going to end soon, guys. And we are going to see that disappointment from Tedesco's men again, starting from the Euro, starting from the World Cup, as well as in the Nations League. Nothing is happening for them, and they are dropping down their positions in the FIFA ranking as well. Donnarumma with that kick Yes, the referee has blown the whistle, and that has come to the end of the 90th minutes. It was a good game. We could see that which has been played, and the Azuris, they have just made their mark and they have got their win. Let me just show you the stats. Yes, England has won decently. Or the goal scorers being Watkins, one own goal, and Jones. France and Israel still 7 minutes, guys. Still 7 minutes going on. As Slovenia and Norway has ended. But yes, France and Israel, 7 minutes of stoppage time. Can France get those late shots? What was the last shot which was made? Damn, look at it. After 76 minutes, it is that 90th plus 1 minute from Kolomwani, Thuram, 7. So yes, Thuram has been called up on the pitch. Just look at the substitutions. Coman was brought in. Marcus Thuram was brought at the 78 minutes. Nkunku, Rabiot and Coman. Camavinga dropping, Barcola dropping, Unai Emery dropping, Olise dropping. But yes, Kolomwani was sticking to the pitch. Deschamps is making those moves for Kolomwani in this game against Israel. He was expecting him to get those goals, but still, there is 2 minutes of time. Can France get those goals? What do you guys think? Can France get those? Looking at the table over here, Italy is at the top, France dropping down to the second spot. But yes, Belgium are now definitely out of this group. Just managing a single win, that is not expected. So still 96 minutes, 25, 30 seconds left. When is Tobias Taylor going to just blow the whistle? But no worries for France because they will definitely move on to the next round. Whereas England and Greece ending in this 3-0 victory for them, England has clinched to the top of the table by the virtue of the goal difference. As yes, Greece is also at 12 points. If Greece would have won this, they would have been just on the top of the table. Look at 4 wins out of 5 games for both England and Greece. And it was that single game between England and Greece which was the decider by both. That is something big. So that is what it was in store. But 97 minutes 26 seconds still the game is going on. When the referee is going to blow the whistle, is he waiting for France to score? I mean, at their home, France is desperate for getting those wins. What is the result coming on? I hope the referee blows the whistle soon. Just look at those shots. Nkunku had a shot. Thuram, Kolomwani. Suddenly, after 76 minutes, that is the full time, and the referee has blown the whistle. And France and Israel has ended in a draw. But yes, no worries for Deschamps men because they are way ahead because of the lack of performance from Belgium. But yes, we will be also ending this because definitely this was not that moment which we were waiting for. We wanted France to score. Some big scoring opportunities were there, but they couldn't just convert it. That is what the lack is there. And hope they can get those comfortable in the upcoming games. But what is Deschamps stored for? Is he going to last long for France, or is Zinedine Zidane is going to just make those appearances count for the 2026 World Cup, which will be also a watch out. So yes, tomorrow we will be having the watch along of matches which are there. I mean, these special matches where the likes of Portugal facing Poland, that will be our watch along, Scotland and Croatia, Denmark and Spain, as well as Switzerland and Serbia. These four matches tomorrow we will be having the watch along. And yes, the compilation of what happened today in the UEFA Nations League, as well as some of the transfers which are going to happen, it will be also a watch to have. But yes, Lee Carsley took England to a 3-goal victory, and that was demolition against Greece, and they took their redemption, their revenge. What happened in the previous game was not expected because England getting those defeats, but at the end they are at the top of the table by the virtue of the goal difference. So that is what it is. So yes, stay tuned for FC Ramsay, and yes, those of you who are watching the stream, do give us those like, share, and subscribe moments because France not scoring is a big disappointment for Deschamps men, and they definitely have to make some aspects out of it. Today is also the game going on between Venezuela and Brazil. That is the CONMEBOL World Cup qualification games. And it is by the virtue of Refina Venezuela has scored. But guys, I am full tired. I am not going to just sustain, as well as there is a game between Paraguay and Argentina. What is in store for these games? We will definitely have a watch. We will make a full compilation video tomorrow morning sharp at 9. You will have those, so stay tuned for it. And before ending the video, do give us those like, share, and subscribe moments. So yes, thank you for your support guys, especially on the different social media platforms. Till then, bye bye, good night, and yes, keep cooling.